Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for being here. In this video, we're going to talk about humidity. We got plenty of it in Atlanta, I can assure you. It has been really, really bad here, and specifically what I'm going to be talking about and reviewing very quickly is the General Electric dehumidifier. It's like a little stand-up canister that we had to buy. Had to is the operative word, and I will tell you the story behind it. But I did want to review it in case anyone else is in the market right now for a dehumidifier for any number of reasons, and I will let you know that there are numerous reasons people pick up dehumidifiers. And if you go ahead and rent one or get a company that does they're called mitigation companies that do, you know, like drying up rooms. It is extremely expensive, extremely. So let's get into it. I'm going to tell you a little bit of background story, and then we'll go ahead and discuss the actual brand, the dehumidifier, the cost, where I got it, and how I like it. Okay. All right, so number one, really quick background story, and I'm going to put up some pictures over here. We had a disaster in our kitchen area. Our refrigerator, unbeknownst to us, started leaking ever so small leakages. It wasn't anything that you could see, like a puddle or drip 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 or a sound or anything like that, but there was a slow leak in the back from the water filtration system, that, you know, the dispenser that's in the front of refrigerators these days that holds your water. That part in the back that's connected to the water area. Hold on, let me take a sip. That little plastic tubing started to leak, and we didn't notice it, and we had gotten new flooring in our living room kitchen area and our hallway area. Very nice flooring from Empire. And I noticed I noticed that the wood underneath or close to our refrigerator was starting to be like a sponge, kind of like plump up. That's the only word I could describe it, plump up. And then I started seeing a little bit of discoloration, and I couldn't figure it out. The worst part was it took so long to figure it out. It took like a month or almost 2 months for us to say, hey, something's going on here. Our floors are starting to buckle. Our floors are starting to lift. What is going on? And, you know, we called out Empire. We called out, you know, they looked at everything and they said there's something going on. There's a leakage underneath your floors or something. Then we called the plumber out, and the plumber finally figured out that, you know, he moved the refrigerator, and in the back, he finally saw some remnants of a little tiny bit of moisture, but that it had been seeping underneath our refrigerator for all this time. So long story short, we called Empire, and they said that they can't replace the floor until another company comes out. A mitigation company is the words that they used, to go ahead and take the old wood off and let the floor dry out, and you know, then they can go ahead and put the flooring back. Well, yeah, that was an ordeal in itself. The mitigation company came out. They ran this 5 huge fans. It sounded like a 747 taking off downstairs in our living room kitchen area. We could not live downstairs. We could not spend any time downstairs for better part of a week because it was running nonstop 24 hours a day. And they brought in literally a $5,000 humidifier that they put up there that they ran a hose from the dehumidifier machine all the way to our sink, and it would just basically drip there as it was taking moisture out of the air. And then they came back every day or two to look at it with this meter, a moisture meter for our wood to make sure that the wood was drying out. So long story short, we went through all that. It took a pretty penny. I mean, a real pretty penny, let's just say, to get all that done. And we called back Empire. They came out, they did new measurements, the humidity did go down. It started out, honestly, our wood was something like 22 or 25%. It was really high. To give you the prospect on that, it's Empire said they don't do any installs until the wood is under 15%. They'd like 12 to 13% or under, that's their sweet spot. And it was nowhere near that. When they came out again, it was still at something like 17 or 16%. It hadn't gone down that much. And at that point, I got exasperated and I said, I can't keep calling back the Mitigation Company and spending a ton of money to get them back to keep running fans and to keep running the dehumidifiers. I'm going to get my own. I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet, and we need this anyway, and it's humid over here in Atlanta, and we're never going to dry out these floors unless we get, some equipment in here to do it all the time for us. So I went ahead, I went online, I started looking at prices, and they weren't cheap. Nothing is cheap when you're trying to, sorry, ice. Nothing was cheap when you're trying to, fix things. I mean, it just, money just goes, like they say, like crap through a duck, right? So anyway, so I went online, I looked at all the ones, and I finally settled on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right now because that way I can read it to you. In fact, let me put on my little glasses so I can read you which one I got. And again, I'll show you pictures over here. I'm going to show you close-ups of it and how I like it, and etc., etc. All right, the one that I got that I'm looking on the Home Depot website is from GE. And let me go down here and look at it. It is the 22 pint. Now these are like, you have to understand the containers underneath, and I'll show you pictures of it, come out. It's like a basket, like a basket that holds the water, and depending on how big that basket is, that's what you're really paying for the equipment to hold that kind of water. So I kind of, knowing the size of our kitchen and knowing the size of the area that we were trying to dry up, this particular model, I'm reading it right here, is for use in a 500 square foot or approximately 15 feet by 30 feet room. And they did the measurement. Our kitchen is very small. It's not a huge kitchen, and that area that was damaged by the refrigerator is not a big area. Okay, so I settled on this, but GE and other models, they come with like a 35 pint, 55 pint. I mean, it could be huge, it could be big. And I'm I'm glad I got the 22 pint, and I'll tell you why. Because when you lift a bucket of water, it is dang heavy. It is very, very heavy. And I can't imagine, this is 22 pints. I can't imagine lifting like almost twice that, a 35 pint. It would be huge. It would be like, lifting 30 pounds or something. And then to schlep it to the sink and dump it, or dump it into the toilet. We usually just dump it into the sink, the kitchen sink. It's a chore. It really is a chore. So I'm glad I got the size that I got. And it says it removes 22 pints of moisture per day for damp spaces or basements. Um, for us, it takes it about less than half a day. It takes it about maybe 6 to 8 hours for that bucket to be full. I usually dump out that water twice to three times a day. And I run that machine almost 24 hours a day. And I'll tell you why I don't run it 24 hours a day, because it has a really nifty feature called a delay button. Reading it right here, where it goes ahead and it can, you set a timer. It's basically a delay timer that times out the machine. So at night before I go to bed, I empty out that huge tray of water, dump it all out, put it back, empty, and then I set the delay for about 5 hours. So if I'm going to bed like at 9 or 9:30, it's still running 5 more hours during the night. It's still accumulating water, and then it'll shut itself off. Or the other way that it shuts itself off is that if it actually has enough water in the container, it automatically shuts off, so it doesn't overfill the container, which is a good thing. So sometimes in the morning when I come downstairs, the container is so full that I know during the night it has shut off even before that 5 hour timer has been, has run down. So I'll read you a couple of features here online. I won't, get, into it too long, but it says it has the GE Energy Star Dehumidifier, removes 22 pints of moisture from the air every day. This model is ideal for damp spaces, bedroom or basement with excessive moisture. Smart Dry feature compares the set humidity level with the actual humidity in the room and automatically adjusts the fan speed accordingly. By the way, there's 3 fan speeds on it that you can manually push if you want to. Empty bucket alarm, that's true. This feature alerts you if the bucket is full or missing. The alarm will sound for 10 seconds to let you know it's time to empty or replace the bucket. And that's a great feature, because if we're upstairs in the bedroom, you can hear it beeping downstairs, and I go, oh, we know the sound now. That means the bucket's full. Okay, I have to go downstairs and empty the bucket. It's really convenient for that. Clean filter alert. It does have a filter in the back. I didn't realize this, but it sucks stuff out of the air, so it needs a filter to filter some stuff out of the air. I have cleaned the filter one time already. I have been using it for about 2 months now, and I have had to clean the filter one time, and believe me, it had pet hair in it. So we have pet hair floating around in the air, apparently, as it's sucking moisture out of the air. And it's very easy. You basically take that filter tray out, run it under the sink, just wash it down, let it air dry, and pop it back into the back of the device, and it's good to go. Really easy. Ease of use. The pocket handles and easy roll wheels make it easy to transport between rooms. Again, yes, it comes with casters that you can put on the bottom. Comes with 4 wheels, and you can just basically roll it from one room to the next. It doesn't involve lifting it or anything like that. LED digital controls let you clearly see and manage your settings. That is really good for at night too. In low light, you can clearly see all the settings. Additional features: the adjustable humidistat, 3 fan speeds, auto restart, auto defrost, provide effective moisture removal from damp rooms. So room condition damp up to 60% relative humidity, and that they recommend that 22 pints is enough for that, although previous models said 30 pints. Very damp is 60 to 80% humidity, and then wet is 80% and above. They recommend like the 50 pints. So basically, depending on how humid your room is or how much water damage there is in it, depends on how big of a machine you're going to need to take all that moisture out of the air. I mean, you can stay with the 22 pint if you have a lot of moisture, but it's gonna fill up like probably within 2 hours. So you're gonna have to be dumping out the water every 2 to 3 hours. So that's why they recommend that the more humidity you have in your room, the bigger container or bucket you will need. So how do I like it? I do like it a lot. I love the features of it. GE is a really, really good product. They have had high reviews about it. By the way, the cost is $159. I did pick it up in the actual store itself, but they do have shipping and delivery, so you can have it delivered if you want. I don't know how much the cost is or if there is a cost on that, but it was $159 with tax, and I figured $159 to have this machine going day in and day out for days on end, to try to get our moisture levels down, to try to hopefully fix our flooring anytime soon, it was worth the money, seriously, because even with it running, we have called Empire back one more time to look at it, and it still was a tiny bit over, just a tiny bit over the humidity that was acceptable. Some areas of the floor were dry. Certain areas were already acceptable levels, down to I think 12%, 13%, but there was just a little area still right in front of like the pantry area that was a little bit high. So they did recommend that we wait another couple of weeks, which we're in the process of doing that right now, and to keep running the dehumidifier, and then they would be coming back and hopefully this time putting the floors back. Oh my goodness. So that is my news. That is one of the things that have been going around in my house that I've been up to my neck in activity. It's amazing what it takes these days to schedule people to come to your house, to schedule workers, to schedule anything. Everybody is short-handed. Everyone is booked. To get someone to call back, to get someone to schedule you, to confirm an appointment, it just takes an act of Congress right now. Seriously, it's just crazy. Before all of this, disease situation, can't say the C word because, YouTube takes down your videos, but before all of the plague happened, you could, I mean, customer service was never at an optimum at any place, that you call ever. You're always online and you're always on hold, and it takes a while. It's always aggravating. But lately, to be getting anybody, a live person on customer support is just, it's craziness. It's, I am so sick and tired of listening to music for hours on my cell phone as I'm working away, because no one is coming online, and you're the 549th caller in the queue, and they'll get to you when they get to you. It's just crazy to talk to a live person anymore. Some of the live chats are a little bit better. They're a little bit quicker because you do get one or two people on there that know what they're doing and they can schedule you. But yeah, it's just been crazy. So with that said, I just wanted to tell you guys, if this is something you're looking into, if you need to get it. Again, Atlanta is a very humid place. Aside from Florida, it's which I think Florida is like the capital of humidity, but Georgia's right up there. We're starting to go down in humidity now. It's October, so we're starting to calm down a little bit, but it's still going to be with us. It's just been a really humid season. It's just been humid. The whole summer has been really, really humid. I haven't even, if and you know me, if you subscribe, please do subscribe, or, you know, at least watch my videos a little bit. You know that I have not straightened my hair at all this season. I think it's an absolute futile effort, because as soon as I straighten it and go outside, it's back to being curly. So why would I even bother? You know, it's that humid. You know, all you do is go around and walk outside and sweat like a pig. That's all you do here in Atlanta. Yeah, that's all there is to do. All right, so anyway, I love it. I love the humidifier. I do recommend it if you're looking at a brand. You know, hopefully it'll last for a while. Now, you know, obviously don't hold me to this. This is a disclaimer. I am not sponsored by anybody. I'm not telling you to get GE. I'm just telling you what I got and how it has been so far for me. So far it has been very, very good. It has worked. It hasn't crapped out on me. Again, I have to dump out the water about 2 to 3 times a day for my humidity. Yours may be different, you know, but definitely, you know, it's worth the money as opposed to getting a professional company to come out here for literally thousands of dollars, okay, to do this type of work and to dry up your environment. Yeah, so hopefully this will be behind us shortly, and hopefully I will somehow be getting floors back into my kitchen area, because right now we're living on subflooring. Okay guys, just wanted to insert here that I am happy to report that I have brand new floors inserted into that horrible subfloor disaster that you guys saw here. So I am very happy that Empire came out. They did a fabulous job. There were 3 people here installing it, and absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to insert some pictures here just so you see the after results of what can happen with patience and perseverance in getting this done. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me get back to my ending here. Thanks. You know, for the most part, it's not a pretty sight. So hopefully we'll be getting flooring soon, and we'll be able to go on with our lives. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. I love you guys very much. Thank you again, and please give this video a thumbs up if you can, and please go ahead and subscribe and hit the subscribe button if you know, you like these type of videos. I do try to put out eclectic kind of videos. I know sometimes it's totally different random topics, but this is my life. These are what I'm up against, and when I experience something, I really want to pass it on to you guys, to let you guys know exactly, you know, my feelings about it. And if someone can benefit from this video, and that's all I ask, that's all I look forward to. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.